We are doing Unit 11, Assignment E, Question 11 on page 570.
So the question is, two cyclists depart at the same time from a starting point along routes that make an angle of pi over 3 radians with each other. The first cyclist is traveling at 15 kilometers an hour, while the second cyclist is moving at 20 kilometers an hour. How fast are the two cyclists moving apart after 2 hours? So the information we can gather from the question is this diagram here. Everything's here. You got first cyclist traveling at 20 kilometers an hour and the second one traveling at 15 kilometers an hour, and the angle between their two paths is pi over 3. So we know that the rate x is traveling with respect to time is 20 kilometers an hour, and for y it is 15 kilometers an hour.
Multiplying 2 hours into these, we get 30 kilometers and 40 kilometers. We substitute x, y, and r, that's already been given to us, into this equation, which gives us 40 squared plus 30 squared, subtract 2 times 40 times 30 cosine pi over 3. We know that cosine pi over 3 is equal to half, which cancels out the 2. We get this equation, and we simplify it to get a final answer of 10 square root 13.
So the next step is to differentiate r squared equals x squared plus y squared minus xy. And remember that for xy, we have to use a product rule to differentiate. So after differentiating, we get 2r dr over dt equals 2x dx over dt plus 2y dy over dt minus x dy over dt minus y dx over dt. So we have all our values except for dr over dt. So we just fill in all the variables and we simplify, moving this underneath this side to isolate dr over dt. Simplify everything to get 1,300 over 20 root 13 to get a final answer of 18.03. So therefore, moving apart at a rate of 18.3 kilometers an hour after 2 hours.